What's up guys, Alex from FIFA Scouting Tips here, and welcome to this guide to the best cheap high potential right midfielders and right wingers in FIFA 15. Now make sure you head over to FIFAscoutingtips.com for the full article. There'll be every right midfielder and right winger in the game who has a minimum potential of 80 and maximum overall of 73. That's just to keep the cost down for you. In this video I'm just going to be looking at the recommendations for that from that article, so make sure you head over to the website for the full article. And also, if you found a fantastic young scouted player in your academy, make sure you take a picture and submit it to the Scouting God contest. Make sure the picture has them in the academy or just promoted from the academy. The deadline for that is 31st of October. You can send a picture to the Facebook page or tweet it to @FIFA Scouting with the hashtag ScoutingGod, or leave a picture in the comments below. All the links will be in the description for you as well. So make sure you do that if you found a great scouted player. Now let's have a look at my recommended players for right midfielders and right wingers. Now first of all, we have this player here, Goretzka. He starts out at 73 overall, he's got 85 potential, he's 19 years old, plays for FC Schalke 04 in the German Bundesliga. If your scout has a look at him, he'll put a valuation of £1.7 million on him, but an inquiry will bring back a price of £3.3 million from Schalke. So as you can see, I bid here £2.4 million for him, and I managed to get him £2.4 million for a player with 73 overall at that age with 85 potential. That's a really good bargain, very happy with that indeed. His wages are £30,000. Got a 4-year contract at Schalke. He's right-footed with 3-star weak foot and 3-star skill moves, and he also has the flair trait, which means he can do extra fancy passes and flicks, that kind of thing. Now the reason why I wanted to recommend him today is because he's just so well balanced. Basically, he can play all across the midfield and even in defence if you need him to. He's 6'2" and he's got decent aerial ability, so you could even play him at centre back if you needed to. But his main strength is going forward. He's got good pace, very good dribbling and ball control. His crossing is also not bad at all, and like I said, what's very good about him, about this balanced nature that he's got, if you have a look, his tackling is pretty much just as good as his finishing, and as he develops, this should develop nice and evenly across the board, so he should be very good at a huge number of things when he gets near his potential. And he is very flexible, and for just £2.4 million for that kind of flexibility, that's a real bargain, a real good deal you can get your hands on. Now, my next recommendation is this player here, Federico Bernardeschi. He plays for Fiorentina in Serie A, 70 overall with 81 potential, and he's 20 years old. His scout puts a valuation of £1.3 million on him, but you may have noticed in the top right corner it says that he arrived for £0. Now if you send an inquiry to Fiorentina, they come back and they say they don't want anything for him. So you can just go ahead, submit a bid of £0 and they'll accept it. It seems to be some sort of glitch, I don't know, or maybe it's intentional, I don't know. It happens with a few players in FIFA, but he is a fantastic player to get for £0. It's a really good opportunity, so you'd be a fool not to go for him, really. His wages are £20,000, so as long as you can pay £20,000 a week, you can get him for free basically. He's got a 3-year contract at Fiorentina. He's left-footed with 3-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves. He's also got the flair trait, and he also has the long shot taker trait. Now, as for his stats, he's got decent pace, very good dribbling and ball control, and he's probably more of a winger than a right midfielder, better at dribbling past defenders and getting into attacking positions than he is at passing and crossing. But that's not to say that his passing and crossing aren't good. They are pretty decent, and as he grows towards his 81 potential, they're going to develop very nicely indeed. But he starts out mainly as a winger, but for £0 and for 70 overall with that kind of 81 potential, that's an even better bargain than Goretzka, sorry. You can't really go far wrong with £0, so I'd recommend him to anybody. Right, so now for slightly more expensive player, but not by much, is Serge Gnabry. He plays for Arsenal. He's got 70 overall with 82 potential. He's 18 years old at the start of career, but he turns 19 in July, so just watch out for that. But he does start out at 18 years old. Your scout puts a value of £1 million on him. That's now gone up to £1.1 million now that he's 19. But if you inquire, Arsenal want £625,000 for him. I couldn't really get that much less than £625,000, but that's still a very good bargain for him. His wages are £15,000. He's got a 4-year contract, right-footed with 3-star weak foot and 3-star skill moves, and he also has the flair trait. Now for his overall, at his young age, £625,000 is a very good deal. probably starting to see a pattern coming through here. All these players are very cheap, very good bargains for their overalls and potentials. And as for stats, you get a really good deal with that as well. He's very fast, approaching 90 acceleration and sprint speed, very good balance and agility as well, and dribbling. And like Bernardeschi, he's mainly a winger rather than a right midfielder, but he's also got half decent crossing and passing, so that will develop very well as he keeps growing towards his potential, and that should even out very nicely and make him good at setting up opportunities for his teammates as well as creating them for himself. And now my final recommendation is Kelvin, and he starts out with 73 overall, 80 potential, he's 21 years old, plays for FC Porto in Portugal. Scout's valuation is £2 million, but in inquiry they only want £1.4 million for him, and I managed to buy him for £850,000, and so that's another one under £1 million. His wages are £35,000 a week. He's on a 2-year contract. He's left-footed with 3-star weak foot and 5-star skill moves. He has the acrobat speciality and also has the flair trait. Now, I know in my last video looked at Vitinho in the attacking midfielders video, and I said that he was a good deal when you paid about £8 million for him and he had 5-star skill moves. Now you can get Kelvin for under £1 million with 5-star skill moves and potential 80. He's probably the cheapest 5-star skiller you can get in the entire game, and he has very good potential as well. It's not like he's an old player or with low overall, very good potential and 5-star skill moves. And when it comes to his technical stats, his dribbling is 84, so he's almost got the dribbler speciality already just from the start. 78 ball control as well. He's going to be able to keep track of the ball, keep hold of it fantastically, and it's going to be very difficult to get the ball off him for defenders. He's got really good pace and very good agility and balance, just like Gnabry. So he's going to be very hard to get the ball off. And with those 5-star skill moves in his locker as well, he's going to be a real talent on the wing. So those are my 4 recommendations. Let's have a look at how they do after 3 years of growth. So first up we have Leon Goretzka, and like I said before I did this test, he is now very well rounded, all over his technical stats, all very even. Like he's got 77 stand tackle for example, but also 78 crossing, and 81 heading accuracy, 85 short passing, so he's good at a whole range of different things, all sorts of different skills and attributes there that he's good at. Now that means that he's very, very flexible, and he could easily play as a holding midfielder or even in defence, thanks to his good jumping. He's 6'2" as well, so he'll win headers. He could play as a fullback, out wide, or maybe even as an attacking midfielder, or perhaps further forward as well, where he can use his heading accuracy to score goals. He's just so well balanced, so good at so many different things, and at 80 overall, at just 22 years old, he's growing really quickly as well, so I would thoroughly recommend him. Next up we have Federico Bernardeschi, and considering we got him for free, no transfer fee whatsoever, he's got potential 81, he is looking like a fantastic purchase. His physical stats are growing nicely, he's now becoming very fast, and his dribbling and ball control are his specialities when it comes to technical stats. He's going to be very good at getting around defenders and dribbling past them. His crossing is also improving nicely, and so is his passing, so he can create opportunities for his teammates. And like I said, considering he didn't cost anything at all, you would be foolish not to get him really. Even if you don't want him, you can just get him for free and then sell him a season later, and anything you sell him for is profit. So he's a fantastic player, considering, like I said, that he was completely free. Next up is Serge Gnabry, and he is now 77 overall at just 21 years old. That's a very good overall for that age range, and like Bernardeschi, he's now very fast, very good at dribbling as well. His crossing is even better, so he's going to be creating all kinds of chances, beating defenders to the byline and crossing it in. He could also score a few goals himself, dribble past the defenders and get himself into good one-on-one situations. He was less than £1 million, so there aren't many players in the game who will be 77 overall at just 21 years old, so considering he was less than £1 million, he's a very good option to consider. And now our final one is Kelvin, 79 overall at 23 years old. He's almost at his potential already. He's extremely fast now. His agility and his speed have been going up very nicely, and his dribbling is amazing now, 92 dribbling and 88 ball control. Considering he also has 5-star skill moves, it's going to be almost impossible to get the ball off him. He's just going to, even if you don't like using tricks or you're not that experienced at using them, it's going to be so easy to get around defenders with this guy. He's got a very powerful shot, and he's got good finishing as well and good curve. So he can score from pretty much any range, and he always has a good chance of getting it in. And so he's the one to go for if you're looking for someone who's good with skills, good at dribbling, and he also cost me less than £1 million as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video and enjoyed these recommendations. Make sure you head over to FIFAscoutingtips.com for the full article. That'll be every right midfielder with a minimum potential of 80 and maximum starting overall of 73, just to keep the cost down there for you. So make sure you head over there for all of those players. Make sure you leave any suggestions you've got for right midfielders or right wingers that you found to be really good, that you would recommend to other players. Make sure you leave that in the comments below. And any ideas you've got for the channel, what sort of videos you want me to do next, make sure you suggest that as well. Don't forget the Scouting God contest ends on 31st of October. If you've got any good youth players that are still in your academy or just promoted, make sure you take a picture. Leave the link to the picture in the comments below, or you can post it up on the FIFA Scouting Tips Facebook page, or send it over to @FIFA Scouting on Twitter using the hashtag ScoutingGod. All the links will be in the description below, so make sure you check that out as well. And leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and cheers for watching.